Rebecca!
Child get all her energy from?
From me, of course.
Good. You can do the dishes.
Red Rebecca 1 to Red Rod 2, over.
Red Rod 2 to Red Rebecca 1. You're late. Check call should be made on time. Have you got anything to report? Over.
Over.
Doing that is not correct radio procedure, Becky. Have you got anything to report?
I'm taking the photographs of Fancy today. Coming with me?
Oh, I can't. I've got this badge test at the Scout Hall. Can't you do it tomorrow?
No, there's no time. Gee, I really want to win that dream machine. Gotta go. I'll call you tonight.
5 o'clock, not 5 past. She really wants to win that bicycle, Fancy. So don't you mess things up for her.
What a pity you can't fly, Fancy. I'll take a lovely shot of you landing. Don't go far. This is a rush job. They've just got to be in the newspaper office by Wednesday. We'll go and take some photos down at the river. Let's take some photographs on this boat. I'm sure the owner wouldn't mind. Boy. Stay there. We're going to win this competition. Don't fall in.
It's Andrew. Paying your respects. I'm surprised she hasn't asked her cousin to let her do some aerial photography. I mean, fancy walking on the wing, that sort of thing.
Don't suggest it, or she'll be in it like a flash.
Help! Help! Oh, pooh! We're out of fuel. You're all right, Fancy, don't worry. Where this island is, Fancy, but I'm awfully glad to be here. gone to a lot of trouble, Fancy. This is a warning system. Well, it doesn't look as though anybody's here, Fancy.
Stay where you are!
Well, if you're going to show yourself, get on with it. I've had a hard time and I'm not in the mood for playing games.
I am not playing games.
That was a pretty sneaky thing to do. You've got a rotten sense of humor.
Are you alone?
What if I wasn't?
I said, are you alone?
Yes. Are you hiding?
Don't ask questions. How did you get here?
In a boat?
Mom! Where is the boat?
I'm sorry, but I'm not answering any more questions.
Yes, you will. Tell me where... Ow! Carajo! Crazy bird bit me.
Fancy's not crazy. He just doesn't like bad-mannered people, that's all. Neither do I. Is there a phone around here?
Oh, but of course. You want television also? Maybe a supermarket, huh? This is an island. Come. You will take me to the boat.
All right, but let go of my arm. Fancy won't let go of my arm. This way.
What is your name?
Rebecca Porter. What's yours?
Manuel.
Manuel what?
Manuel is enough.
Rebecca should be home soon, shouldn't she?
She'll come charging through that door when she smells dinner. Still plenty of sun. She took 3 rolls of film with her. If she doesn't win that, what does she call the bicycle?
The dream machine.
If she doesn't win it, it won't be for the want of trying. Wonder what she'll be when she grows up, Bob.
Oh, Army General. First woman Prime Minister. Whatever Rebecca's going to be, I know one thing. She's going to be in charge, telling everyone else what to do.
What are you doing? Stop that! Oh, what did you do that for?
Someone can see it. Come here and find me. I must not be found.
Are you a wanted criminal?
No.
Or an escaped prisoner?
I don't make trouble.
Well, you're making trouble for me. Now what am I going to do?
You stay here.
For how long?
You will be all right if you behave yourself. Come. What would Fancy like to eat?
You, I hope. Here I am, hungry.
Good.
Mostly in tins, I expect. I'll bet you're a criminal.
I'm not.
Bet you are. You got shifty eyes.
I do not.
Fancy that you've got shifty eyes? Stay here? No way in the world.
Don't.
Let me go.
You will drown. It is a long swim to the other side. We will eat, and then I will tell you why you cannot leave. Come.
Where are you from?
South America.
They drink coffee in South America. I hate coffee.
I have tea and cans of drink.
I bet you haven't got orange.
In. You do not think much of my home. I have lived in much better places.
Worse, not badder.
You see? Orange.
Thank you.
Merecidas.
Why are you keeping me here?
Australia is very big. Like South America.
Why are you hiding?
I must. I cannot go home.
I'd rather be at home than here. Why are you making me stay?
Because I don't want to lose my freedom.
Yeah, what about my freedom?
You stand there. Don't move. Huh?
Did you rob a bank? Or even do this before? Kidnap someone and hold them to ransom?
No!
My parents aren't millionaires, you know. Otherwise, they would have bought me a bike.
Yeah?
A bicycle.
I have chili con carne, beans, mixed vegetable soup,
Yuck.
rice pudding. In it, I will put some tinned peaches. You will like that?
Yeah. But I'd rather go home. Why are you hiding, Mr. Manuel?
Manuel, not Mr. Manuel. If I am found, they will arrest me, send me back to South America.
Isn't it nice over there?
To look at, yes. But our country is not happy like Australia. We have bad government now. They take everything from the people. Throw them in prison if they protest.
Can't you all get together and make a fuss?
It's not like here, little señorita. I want to stay in Australia. Here I can be free, I can work, be happy. I want very much to live in Australia.
Then why are you hiding on this island?
Because I have no permission to stay. I am illegal immigrant. They send me back. You, sit down. I like the stove.
I'll get some wood.
Huh?
Do you have any bread?
Bread? No.
I'll teach you how to make some damper. My friend Rod's a scout. He taught me how to make it.
Damper? This bread?
Yeah. So I'll stay for tea and show you how to make some damper. Then I'll buzz off. The tide should have fallen by then.
No! You are staying here!
I've travelled all over the world, Glen area of the park. There's no sign of her.
Oh, she is a naughty girl wandering off like that.
Well, have you phoned her friends?
Yes, nobody's seen her. I rang Alice. I thought she might have gone to see Andrew. She hasn't been there.
It's getting dark. I'm going to ring the police.
I don't think anything...
I'm trying hard not to think anything bad has happened to her. All I know is these things have to be reported to the police. Police. My name's Porter. I want to report my daughter's missing.
What are you doing?
You will sleep on the bed. I will only keep you here a few days.
A few days?
It is necessary.
Where are you going to sleep?
On the floor. Here. Try to escape and I will stop you.
Aren't you the clever one?
I do my best.
How did you get to Australia?
I'm a carpenter. Took work on a ship. I was lucky. The ship came to Australia. Free country. So, when the ship sails away again, I stay behind.
A girl in my class, Juanita, came from South America with her family. They didn't have to hide.
They have permission to stay. They fill in the papers over there and they can come here.
Why can't you fill in the papers?
Because I have to go back to my country to do that. And there, my government put me in prison for protesting.
Why don't you ask our government here?
Because here they put me in prison for deserting my ship. And then send me back. Like this, I can stay.
How long have you been here?
2 months. Soon I am going from here. The police will stop looking for me. They have more important things to do.
Yeah, they'll be looking for me. Then they'll find you.
Go to bed.
My dad will get you too. He'll knock your block off.
Go! You're a man.
He's really tough. He drives a bulldozer.
Oh, stop it. You give me nightmares.
I hope so. If you let me go, I promise I won't tell anyone I saw you. If I was the government, I wouldn't let you stay in Australia.
You wouldn't. Well, tell me why you don't let me stay here.
Because you can't make damper. Anyone who can't make damper shouldn't be allowed to stay in Australia.
Will be available at first light tomorrow morning for the Rubicka Porter search. I will now repeat that message. 546
Porter?
for the information of
It's getting late. Go home, leave it to us.
the helicopter and
I wouldn't be able to sleep. I might as well stay here.
Well, come on, move it, you two! Sarge! Did you find something, Pete? This. Does that look like the type of film she was using, Mr. Porter?
Yeah, that's it. I pick it up for her. I mean, it's a popular brand.
It was in a waste paper bin, right on top.
She told you she was going to take some photographs in the area. Looks like she did. Good work, Pete. See what else you can find.
Right, Sarge.
Don't worry, Mr. Porter. From what you've told me, she sounds a very sensible girl. Now, what's the bet she's made herself comfortable for the night?
Oh, I hope so.
Que foi?
Come on, Fancy. Good boy. Oh, come on. Here we go. It's cold. It is a long way, Fancy. Fancy, come here, Fancy. Fancy, come on. We're not going to make it, you know. Manuel! Help me, Manuel!
Wait! Silly girl! I come! Sarah, chicken, over here!
Manuel, over here! Manuel! Manuel!
Wait! Don't struggle. Relax. Relax. It's all right.
Let my breath.
Speak to me. Please, Chiquita. Speak to me.
Where's Fancy?
Right here.
My camera. Oh, I lost it.
No matter. You will have another camera.
Oh, there go my photos. Now I won't be able to get that bike. You were a long time getting here.
¿Qué puedo hacer?
Hold
Hold it, hold it.
When you have collected your foot searches, you will now rendezvous with Sergeant Jemison at the southern entrance of the National Park, Wattle Glen area. Time of message, 06:15 hours.
Right up in there. Mrs. Porter, I'm Sergeant Jemison. Thank you, Kelly. Now, I don't want you to worry unnecessarily. We have dozens of men, helicopters, boats, four-wheel drives searching the whole national park. And I'm sure we'll eventually find your daughter safe and sound.
Excuse me, Sarge. Mr. Andrew Porter is here. He's the missing girl's cousin and wants to help.
I'll show you in.
Right.
Hi, Uncle Bob.
Hey, Andy.
Auntie, how are you? I got here as soon as I could. I run a float plane charter service, Sergeant. I'd like to join in the search for Becky.
Are you available right away?
All fueled up and ready to go.
Good. Come on, I'll show you the area on the map.
I'd like to go with you, Andy, okay?
You've a good idea.
This is the lead helicopter calling Rebecca Porter.
Our chopper is fine combing these four areas here. It'd be useful if you could concentrate your search outside the circle.
Yeah. What about if I approach from here and work in a radiating pattern like that?
And that'd be excellent.
She might have lost her sense of direction during the night.
She'd be lucky if she traveled 10 or 12 kilometers. But then again, you never know.
But we'll take off right away, okay, Uncle Bob?
Here.
Helicopter 1 to search control. Area A negative. Moving to Area B. Any special instructions? Over.
Just keep searching, Helicopter 1. Over.
Andrew!
Can you see anything?
No.
We're safe, Fancy. Andrew! Andrew! Over here! Andrew!
How about we take a close look at that island down there?
Lonesome Island. An old man used to live in a hut there years ago. Nobody's there now.
Still, let's have a look.
Come on, Andrew. Andrew! Andrew! Over here! Andrew! Manuel! Andrew! Manuel stole me! Andrew! I hate you!
I don't trust you anymore, little senorita. You say you don't tell anyone I'm here if I let you go. But now you try to signal the aeroplane.
You have no right to keep me prisoner. That was my cousin Andrew's plane. You won't give up looking for me, ever.
See.
Oh, I wouldn't like to be in your shoes when Dad and Andrew catch up with you.
But I think there are much nicer people than the police in my country.
I don't care about your country. I don't want to speak to you again.
She doesn't like me, Fancy.
Fancy that.
Tell her, Fancy, I will let her go as soon as the excitement dies down.
Will you tell him, Fancy, that I won't make a mistake next time I try to escape?
Tell her, Fancy, that she would understand much better if she thinks what it's like to have no country.
I forbid you to listen to that man anymore, Fancy. He's mean and nasty.
Ah, well. I'm going to have food, Fancy. Tell her I am making frankfurters with fried potatoes, followed by chocolate biscuits. Se passa. Ah.
Not feeding a prisoner is a serious offence. Please come back, Andrew.
The search continues for missing schoolgirl Rebecca Porter, last seen yesterday morning. A police spokesman said that the intensive search for the missing girl would be continued for the time being.
Oh, it's you, Rod.
Hello, Mrs. Porter. Have they found Becky yet?
I'm afraid not. But we won't give up hope, will we?
I wish I could do something.
Oh, Rod.
How are we going to get off this island?
I will make a small raft. But not yet. You tried to steal it. I know you very well.
We'll probably sink.
Sink? I am Manuel Cortez. Many years good carpenter. I do not build rafts that sink. Anyhow, you will not be coming with me. I will go alone, and when I am far away, I will call the police and tell them where you are.
A guitar? Can you play it?
Well, of course. And when you hear me play, you will think maybe he is a very good carpenter.
We've got time for one more sweep before dark. I'll fly as far as Lonesome Island, then we'll have to head back to base.
Like that?
Bonita.
Ah, the girl at your school. Hooray!
Rebecca, please, I'm sorry. Ah! Rebecca! Rebecca, look. No. Oh! No. No, my guitar, please. Anything but my guitar. Please. Please, Rebecca. No. Gracias. Forget you.
Manuel, you must get away now. Go before they come to rescue me. Go now. Leave me here. Look, I made a help message with tins on the beach. My cousin Andrew must have seen it by now. Don't you understand? They'll be here soon. The police, helicopters, everyone, Andrew. Go now while you've got the chance.
No one will come in, senorita. I know you make the help message. I take away all the tins. Why did you come here?
All this big country and you come here.
Pineapple.
Ah!
Can we have pineapple for dinner?
Of course! But of course! We will have pineapple, and I will make fried potato for you. Beautiful golden fried potato, and beautiful pineapple and chocolate biscuits. And you can teach me Australian songs. And you will not try to run away again.
Oh, yes, I will. I will, honestly.
We'll find her.
It's been 3 days.
It'll be all right. We'll find her.
Let's take a look at the news in brief. A semi-trailer loaded with eggs overturned on the Hume Highway last night, north of Liverpool. A baby elephant was born at Taronga Park Zoo early this morning. Missing schoolgirl Rebecca Porter has still not been found. And the Weather Bureau says we're in for another nice day.
Right.
Let's have
Mrs.
some
Porter,
nice day.
did Becky take a two-way radio with her?
I don't know. Let's check her bedroom. You look in those drawers, Rob. It's not here. She dashed out carrying her haversack with her. I wonder if it was in it.
I hope so. Listen, I'm going to try and make contact with her. If she has got a radio with her, she's sure to use it.
Well, they're only short-range radios, Rod.
Oh, 1 or 2 kilometres. I'm going to go walk about in the park. Every now and then, I'll try and contact her.
This is the police helicopter calling Rebecca Porter. If you are able to, Rebecca, move into an urban area. Do not stay under cover.
Red Rod 2 to Red Rebecca 1, over.
Fancy?
Fancy that.
I could just poke this aerial through somewhere.
All right. Fancy that.
Mayday. Mayday. Come in, somebody.
Red Rod 2 calling Red Rebecca 1. Over.
Mayday. Mayday. Come in, somebody. Anyone. Mayday. Help. Mayday. 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 Mayday.
It's no use to you without the battery, little senorita. I hope you're running out of escape plans. You will give yourself a headache.
I haven't even started yet. And when I do escape...
Ah, I see. All this was only practicing, huh? I think I'm very glad I don't have a daughter like you. I would soon have white hair. There is chocolate in the cupboard.
Good. I'll darken my face with it and slip out during the night like a commando. Come on, Fancy. You can go out to play.
Fancy that.
Bye-bye, Fancy.
Fancy that. Fancy that. Oh. Fancy that.
He's not much of a parrot. He has no colors. He can't fly. All he can say is, fancy that, fancy that.
That's where you're wrong. He's really an undercover cockatoo. He can speak 5 different languages.
Ah, and now he's walking to police headquarters to tell them everything, yes?
Nah, it'd take too long. He'll ring from the nearest phone box.
Hey, you laugh, little senorita. You make jokes, but all the time you plan to run away. I know you. You love this game.
Nah. From now on, I'm just going to eat all your food and wait until you're 100 years old and you'll trip over your own beard.
I am going to sit in the sun.
Don't bother to look for the battery. I'm going to throw it in the river.
Fancy? Fancy. Oh, you're not fancy.
Quiet, Fancy. Manuel! Help me. Manuel!
I have thrown the battery to the fish. So now, if an electric eel finds it, he will light.
I will die.
Give me your belt, quick.
Go get a knife.
What for?
You must cut the wound so it will bleed and the poison comes out.
Manuel, that's old-fashioned.
Please, Chiquito, I will die.
Manuel, I don't think I can...
Go get a knife, please! Hello. Hello. It's all right. It's all right. The snake is gone, Fancy. The snake is gone.
Hello, Manuel.
Don't worry. It's all right. It's all right. Now, cut it deep.
It's not right.
Then I will. Give me the knife.
No, just hold still.
Oh!
Manuel.
I'm not dead.
Oh, Manuel.
You saved my life, little señorita. Gracias. Thank you very much.
You saved my life. The snake would have bitten me if you hadn't come along. I'll get you a bandage for that.
Thank you.
Oh, no. Oh. Oh, Manuel.
You think it's funny? Bitten by a snake?
The snake, Manuel.
Yes?
Oh.
What? Stop laughing, please, and tell me.
Oh, so stupid.
No, you saved my life.
No, I was very stupid. It wasn't poisonous. That was a carpet snake.
Huh?
Perfectly harmless.
Are you sure?
Honestly, I didn't realize until just now. And I cut your arm open.
You're a good friend, Rebecca.
You too, Manuel.
Maybe she was swept up the river. Hang on.
Andy and I have flown over that area several times. There's nothing in the river.
She could have gone ashore somewhere, anywhere around here. Maybe on this island. I'll take a look there in the morning.
Thanks for your help, Rod.
I bet you'd do the same for me if I was lost. Have to show her how to use a map and compass when she gets back. But if she ever gets back.
She'll be back, love. You'll see. She'll be back.
How you like my swing?
It's good. Will you make a kite for me, Manuel?
What is a kite?
It's a thing on a string. Flies in the wind.
Oh, but of course. And maybe we can also write help on it for your cousin with the airplane, huh?
I'm your friend, Manuel. How can you think such things about me?
Oh, very easy for me. Because you have more tricks than the monkeys in the zoo.
Why don't you give yourself up? Ask them to let you stay in Australia.
Oh, yes. Hello, Manuel, I say. Forget about deserting your ship or keeping the little girl on the island. You're really a very nice fellow, and we'll let you stay.
I'd speak up for you.
You know what they really do? They put handcuffs on me and they say, now you go back to South America, you drongo, yahoo, no hope a person.
Be serious, Manuel. You've got to be brave. Ask them to let you stay. Trust them.
I trust nobody but myself.
Look, I saw something. Oh, it's only a bird fooling around in the bushes.
Red Rod 2 to Red Rebecca 1. Over. Red Rod 2 to Red Rebecca 1. Over. Fancy?
Hello, Rod. Hello, Rod. Rebecca. 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 Hello, Rod. Hello, Rod. Rebecca! 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 Hello, Rod. Hello, Rod. Fancy that. Hello. Hello. Hello, Manuel. Fancy that. Hello, Rod. Rebecca! 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 Rebecca!
Your bird has gone mad.
Hello, Mum. Rebecca! Hello, Andrew. Hello, Andrew. Hello, Andrew. Hello, Rod.
What's the matter, Fancy?
Fancy that. Hello, Rod. Hello, Rod. Hello. Hello, Rod. Hello, Rod.
Rod! So glad to see you. Can't say that, Berkey.
What are you doing here? We've been looking for you everywhere.
I'm a prisoner. Man's making me stay here. It's from some country in South America. Scared of being sent back. What's the matter?
Has he got a blue shirt and a black moustache?
Yeah. How'd you know?
He's standing right behind you.
This Nino is a friend of yours? You have many good friends?
Yes.
I'm a scout, and all the scouts in my district are forming a big search party. They'll find us.
Please?
Is this a chicken coop?
No, it is not.
Could be if you improved it a bit.
Another one who makes jokes. Things are very difficult for me now. Now they also look for him. Who comes here next, huh? All your cousins, your uncles, your aunts?
Everybody.
How, Mum and Dad?
Very worried. Your father doesn't go to work. He's out every day searching in the plane.
With Andrew?
Yes. Her mother hardly gets any sleep. She doesn't eat proper meals and she cries a lot. That's all your fault, mister. I hope they put you in prison for 1,000 years.
Don't!
Go on, hit me. You're not tougher than me, you're just bigger. Right, now here's the escape plan. We'll creep up behind him and dong him on the head.
I wouldn't want to hurt him, Rod.
Oh, Woody's a nasty piece of work.
It's not really. Not when you get to know him. I don't want to escape. I've tried lots of times before, but I don't want to now.
It's been 4 days, Beck. Don't you care what that means to your mum and dad? They don't know what's happened to you. They're worried sick, Beck. You've got to let them know you're alive. We've got to escape.
But I don't want to get him into trouble.
Is he more important to you than your mum and dad?
But they'll ask questions. The police, everyone.
You don't have to tell them where he is exactly.
Okay. But you mustn't either. Please, Rod.
All right.
Scouts on it.
Scouts on him. But I think you're wrong. Now the escape plan. Made a ball.
So I see. Hey! Come back!
Madre!
Come on, Fancy.
Run, Rebecca, run!
What's the matter?
Oh! My leg! I think it is broken!
Come on! No, he's hurt. I've got to go back. It's a trick, Bert. I don't care. We can't leave it there. Rocky!
Stay there, he might be foxy. broken all right.
Oh!
Oh, poor Manuel. Does it hurt much?
Oh! What are you going to do?
I'm going to put your leg in splints. Just leave it to me.
No, you make it bad.
It's all right. He's got his first aid badge.
Becky, find me 3 bits of straight wood. Yeah, and 2 more like that. Now try to relax. I'll have to straighten your leg and pull it.
Pull it? Have you ever done this before?
Yeah, once. I'll have to straighten your leg so you won't have one leg shorter than the other. And I'll limp for the rest of your life.
It'll be all right, Manuel.
I hope so. What happened to the other person when you did this?
It wasn't a person. It was a magpie.
A mag? Ah!
He fainted.
Who wouldn't?
Gracias.
Right, we're off. I'll organise an ambulance as soon as we get back.
No, don't tell them I'm here. I will be all right. I would rather die here than be sent back to my country. Please, little señorita, don't tell them I'm here, please.
Let me ask you again. Where is he, Rebecca? Or what is his name? All right, you tell me, Rod. Where is this man?
I'm sorry. I promised I wouldn't tell.
Now, this man has held you prisoner for 4 days, Rebecca. 4 days. Your parents are worried out of their minds. Half the police force in the state have been out looking for you. And you won't say where you're held prisoner. Why not?
I can't.
This is ridiculous.
Oh, Becky, how do we know that what you've told us is the truth? You said he deserted from a ship. Well, at least tell us his name so that we can check up and find out if this is true.
His name's Manuel Cortez. He's a ship's carpenter.
Thank you. I'll check on it.
Now, let me ask you again. Where exactly were you these last 4 days? Rod?
Parents are here.
Show them in. Perhaps they can talk some sense into these children.
Oh, Rebecca, darling, thank God you're all
How are
right.
you?
Hi, Mum. Rebecca. Oh, how are you? Right. Hi, Dad.
Hello, love.
Oh, we were so worried about you. Oh, darling. Oh. Oh. Oh.
I'm trying for Manuel to get what he wants most. And that's the right to live in Australia.
You can't just leave him there with a broken leg.
We can go and look after him. Rod's got his first aid badge.
Rebecca, you can't do that.
First aid is all right in an emergency, love. The man needs skilled hospital care.
The name checks out. Manuel Cortez did desert his ship 9 weeks ago.
Thanks, Kelly. All right, you two. We've been very patient with you. Now we'll have no more playing about.
You only have to say he can stay in Australia.
Well, that's impossible, Rebecca. No policeman has that authority.
Why not?
The police don't make the laws, Rebecca. They only see to it that people obey the law.
Who makes it then?
We all do. Your mother and father, everyone. We elect the government. We put men and women into Parliament to govern us.
Isn't there someone in the government who'd let him stay?
Well, the Minister for Immigration is in charge of all that.
Well, I'd like to speak to him, please.
Oh, I think he's a busy man, Rebecca.
I won't take up much of his time.
Perhaps our member for Parliament could talk to the minister.
He better. Otherwise, these two aren't going to tell us anything.
It's worth a try.
All right, there's the phone. Call him, Mr. Porter.
Thank you.
Tell him we have 2 children that won't tell us anything, and a cockatoo that's eating all our biscuits.
Mr. Porter.
Mr. Demetrius, it's good of you to come so promptly. Come in, sir.
Thank you. Come in. Jean, this is Mr. Demetrius. How do you do?
How do you do, Mr. Demetrius?
And of course, this is Rebecca.
Hello, Rebecca.
Hi.
I understand you want me to ask the Minister for Immigration to allow your friend Manuel Cortez to stay in Australia.
Yes, please. He can't go back to his own country, and he loves Australia.
I can understand that. I, too, was a migrant. I came here when I was 16. Now, if Manuel has done nothing wrong...
He can stay in Australia?
Well, that may be possible. But first, we must find him and see to his broken leg. No one wants him to lie there alone, Rebecca, and suffer terrible pain.
Come on. Tell us where to find this man.
Come on, love. It's for the best.
All right. Manuel's on Lonesome Island.
You're a very sensible girl. I promise that if Manuel's story is true, I will stand up in the House of Parliament and ask that he be permitted to stay in Australia.
Thank you.
Order. Order in the House.
Cortez is seeking political asylum in Australia. He came to Australia as a ship's carpenter and went ashore in Sydney. Fearing for his freedom if he returned to his own unhappy country, he went into hiding on tiny Lonesome Island. When Rebecca Porter was swept ashore in a small boat, she came across Cortez, and he, fearing that she would report his presence to the authorities, felt obliged to prevent her leaving until the intensive search for her had...
Point of order, point of order. Felt obliged to prevent her leaving my foot. She was his prisoner. An illegal immigrant cruelly deprived a young girl of her liberty.
He was extremely kind to her. He saved her from drowning.
He is a monster.
Yeah.
He held her prisoner and her parents were worried sick. Well, half the police force had to search for her. At considerable expense payers.
I am trying to convince the House that Cortez is not a monster. On the contrary, I believe he is a man of very good character.
There is enough evidence here to have him deported as soon as possible.
Order! There's not a point of order. The Honourable Member for Southdown.
Mr. Speaker, this is one of these issues. I feel that if we're not very careful, emotions can override common sense. Does this man, who says he admires our democratic way of life so much, not understand that to deprive anyone of their rightful freedom is to break the law?
Support him!
Mr. Speaker, it's been alleged that Cortez was cruel to Rebecca Porter.
He clearly was.
Rebecca Porter is at this moment in the public gallery. I seek leave for her to be heard at the bar of this House.
Leave is granted. Admit Rebecca Porter.
Just say what is in your heart.
Now, state your full name.
Rebecca Ann Porter.
Now, Rebecca, was Manuel Cortez cruel to you?
No, not at all. And I want to ask the government to let him stay in Australia.
Why? Why should he be allowed to stay here?
Because he loves Australia. And Australia needs lots of good people. Manuel is a good man.
Rubbish. She's talking poppycock.
Shame! The Honourable Member is reminded that this child is a citizen giving evidence before the House. He will address her with courtesy. If he doesn't...
I withdraw my remarks.
Thank you.
Do you
wish to say anything else, Rebecca?
Well, I want to be proud of Australia. But if you send Manuel away, I don't think I could be. It's not just for Manuel. It's for all the people who are hurt and tired and hungry. They need a home too, you know. Somewhere safe and warm. We have all these things. We're the lucky people. Please tell Manuel he can stay. Please tell everyone that they're welcome. Everybody says that we're good sports and we're honest. And I'd be very proud if they could also say that Australians really care. Please let him stay. Please.
The Honourable, the Minister for Immigration.
Rebecca, are you asking that we allow people to flood into Australia without checking their health or their character?
No. But Manuel has a good character. When his broken leg gets better, he'll be very healthy again.
You say he wasn't cruel to you, yet you did attempt to escape many times.
It sort of became a game in a way. Me thinking out ways to escape, Manuel trying to stop me. I was never frightened, though. I knew he'd never hurt me. It's good fun, really.
I have listened to this young lady's eloquent plea with interest. Manuel Cortez was befriended by a very brave and resourceful young lady. But there's one thing I cannot dismiss from my mind, and that is the fact that for some considerable time she willfully concealed his whereabouts from the police. And while there are those who would make light of such conduct, I, for one, do not. Having made that point, I will now, with the agreement of my colleagues, give the government's decision. Permission will be granted for Manuel Cortez to settle in Australia.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Rebecca. You see, we do care.
Order. Order in the house.
Well done, Rebecca.
Order. 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 Order.
Rebecca! Chiquita! It's good to see you.
Manuel. Manuel.
How do you feel?
Happy. So happy, little senorita. All these flowers and messages from people and presents. Money. Everybody has been so good to me. And many are offering me work when I am better. And you, Rebecca. How do I give enough thanks to you for all you have done for me? Huh? Were you nervous when you were talking to the parliament?
Yes.
Oh, but you're a brave girl. I know. I remember when you throw the pots and plates at me, huh?
I brought you some flowers.
Gracias. And I have something for you, too. I get the nurse to bring it.
What is it?
You will see. For you.
seagoing holiday collides with disaster in an aquatic wonderland.
Any boats hired out?
Yeah. A couple of kids took that dinghy. $7.
Oh, not a dinghy. It's like a sieve.
That's their bad luck.
Innocent teens survive a shipwreck.
They've got to come up sometime.
Well, maybe they've doubled back trying to go around the headland.
Only to get caught in the web of intrigue and danger.
Let's get down there fast!
The money!
Be sure to book passage for this revealing trip to Mystery Island.